Hello everybody, welcome to the NSL Summer League, Summer Cup, whatever the fuck it's called. Division B, this is Fluffy Unicorns vs. Priority game number 4. Priority have taken the previous 3, so we're going to see if they can repeat that in the 4th and final game, or if Fluffy Unicorns is going to make their Marine play do something special. Aliens instantly, we have the same hive starting location, by the way, subsector, and aliens instantly moving out here. Fluffy trying to hold down this hallway while Kassan and Sui wait for Carnage. Carnage, man, doing some real work. The Marines knew he was coming. They must have known he was coming. And he still gets a kill and stays alive for a while. Aliens cleaning up in that fight. Nice engagement there, keeping the Marines from establishing the skylights res. Meanwhile, Marines moving out on the right. They got Topo and heading to C12. And we'll see what the aliens do about that. They might just try and play defensively, hold this room here from people so that nanogrid isn't taken, or they might move up through East Junction and try and keep them from getting C12. We'll find out. Skulks moving in. Triangulation. Here comes Sweetie Bot moving in on them. Milkenstein and Mello. They managed to fight him off, and they go in 1, 2, 3 Skulks. Dead. Milkenstein picking him off with the pistol. I feel like that alien attack could have been better coordinated. Maybe if they had all got in at the same time, you know, I feel like that would have worked. And this Skulk, that was an epic fail on his part, as that's ever appropriate to say. It's certainly appropriate in this case. And we got a Skulk up in the vents now, moving behind these Marines, but they don't care. They're moving straight up into the hive. We got some Skulks coming in to get them from behind. Boom! Sweetie Bot just like rockets into the center of this group. Marines shooting in. Kassan's got some nice distance, but Kassan is picked off by Priori. Fluffy, that's okay. On is from far away. It's all about distancing in these fights. The Marines that are far away are able to shoot down into the melee and get some kills, but the last Marine alive is not able to get the necessary distance. There's some shit going on in the Marine base. I think they just killed Carnage in here. Yes, that's a dead Skulk. But the aliens have pushed the Marines off over here, and now they have a double Skulk. I thought one of these was the Gorge, but I guess the Gorge is repositioned to, well, I don't know where the Gorge is. But, yeah, well, they take out the Harvester, or the Extractor, and now they're just hanging out trying to not get killed. They've got regen, it looks like, from their shells, and that's going to kick in some things. Sweet, once they're in this vent. And Havoc's like, I want to regen, and Rusty's like, let me through, and Havoc's like, fine. And now, oh, Havoc actually has to evolve it. Maybe go for Kara, but I think regen would obviously make more sense when you're hurt. And here's a regen. The Marines, I'm sure, can hear that. They're again waiting for him. They're trying to boost up, and boom! They boost up on as he's right there, and Havoc almost gets the kill, which would be impressive in event. But here's Shades doing the hippity-hoppity and not going to pull it off, I think, against Sui. So it goes back to biting the Extractor. Almost got it down. If he hadn't tried that fancy stuff, maybe he couldn't have gotten the Extractor down in the first place. Now it's just going to get welded back up. But you can't really fault him for trying, right? Gotta love them players for trying. So Marines losing their res down in Pipeline and in C12, so that's unfortunate. Aliens gonna get a fairly good hold on the map. All they have is double and their home res, but that's all they really want. They got biomass research started, they got their 3 shells, and they're gonna try to just really keep the Marines off this map, keep them from getting anything. Scout around, see where they're coming. Sweetie Bot sees them, but he's spotted by Sui, so Shades is like, what? The jig is up, let's go in. Let's go in, let's not go in. Nobody wants to go in. All these Skulks are like tentative. It's tough to move in on these Marines here. They got all the corners covered. They're doing a good job there. Whoops. Boom, boom, boom. You're dead. Yep, so nice job covering the things there. It's just that Sui got separated from Mello and Milkenstein, so eventually picked off by the aliens. I think he did a good job there, holding basically these 2 entire corridors from the aliens for quite a while, which prevented them from getting into Topo and biting them down until just now. And it's also letting them establish C12, although it would have been better had C12 not gone down in the first place. I'm just saying. Some good damage on this power somehow, too. Oh, so does it matter if you get the power down in this room because it's got a big skylight? Actually, the skylight doesn't actually matter. One of the things about natural selection too, the light does not actually like come in through windows and light up the ground. That would be like, whew, you think the game is hard to run already. But yeah, Carnage getting out of there, just trying to distract Marines for a while. Hopefully they'll be able to bite down this pipeline thing soonish, but until then, it's a fight. And a good fight it is for the aliens that could be able to easily destroy this pipeline node. And the two healthier ones are heading over to C12, which makes sense. You want your healthier skulks biting the things closer to the aliens. In fact, Carnage is gonna go and take this out. He doesn't have regen. He's got Carapace, presumably. And Carnage doing some scouting or some ambushing. Looks like we're gonna get an ambush. Oh yeah, it's a Skoke in the natural habitat. Oh, Marine's got good instincts. Checks, of course, on the ceiling behind him in every room he goes. You can tell a good natural selection player, whenever they walk through, they're going to be like, wink, 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 etc. Although it gets pretty tiring and you notice they're not checking everything. Oh, they're definitely checking that. It's just the more likely Skoke locations, the more you want to be checking, unless you got a scan, in which case you don't have to check anything, you'll just see people. There goes the power. And the light actually does come in. I was wrong. The skylight comes in through the skylight, so taking out the power does not make this room very dark at all. It just makes it red after a while, I think. It makes this part dark. This is dark as hell. Can't see anything. Now it's red. So that's great. This is a nice map. I mean, pretty map. I like Vale, actually. So, yep, aliens just constant chewing on the res. Constant, this is actually not getting chewed. And there's Marines here with phase tech set up. Cargo, I've claimed. I see no problems for the aliens moving in and winning. They're at 39 P-res at this point, and the Marines have yet to get any weapons upgrades. They've just been resource starved the entire game. Aliens have had double the entire game, and double also being nanogrid. I think I'm like the last person alive who calls it double. Or at least the last caster alive who calls it double. Everyone else has learned the name by now. Is that shielded? No, it's not even built. It's a ghost structure. It's a ghost, and now it's a puff of smoke. It's funny how the ghost structure goes into a puff of smoke. There shouldn't be anything there. Boom! Sweet bots shotguns. So these shotguns might be the turning point for the Marines, but also there's going to be fades. So in fact there are fades. There's 3 fades now. So Sweetie Bot's also going to be a fade. Mark my words, Sweetie Bot will be a fade before the end of the night. I just hit a button on my mouse. But that's alright. I do that sometimes. And these were sneaky fades until like Havoc gave it away by just like blinking around. And oh no, all the Marines phased back. That was a good reaction with the Marines. Almost catch Rusty. Carnage is like, hey guys, I'm here. Up, we're turning around, we're running. Okay. Or maybe that was Shades. But that, man, aliens sent running with their tail between their legs, caught completely off guard by a bevy of Marines with shotguns. Or maybe not caught off guard, but at least caught by a bevy of Marines with shotguns. Excellent job there. Marine trying to block off the retreat path for those fades. Good job, but On was not able to make that work, and so did not catch any fades for his troubles, just got killed for his troubles. Both equal in the extractors, the harvesters, 5 and 5, but when we go to the number killed, boom, 9 killed by the aliens, 0 killed by the Marines. So that's pretty good from the aliens, being very cautious with what they're building up to, and also, of course, doing a great job just destroying the Marine shit. So Marines having an easier time holding on here. This is a great place for a phase gate in the neck, of course, because you can guard C12, or yeah, C12 and pipeline. And now we have a third phase gate set up. Another brilliant place for a phase gate in East Junction, because that'll let you hit double, which is what they're going to do next, is probably the plan. We got an OBS being built, so they know exactly what they're headed for. And now the question is, are these fades going to come in and do some damage? Rusty should not go in on his own. He takes half his health immediately. Shades tries to do the same thing, takes half his health. Havoc and Carnage go in, and Havoc goes down. Carnage doesn't take any damage, interestingly enough. He's just made of adamantium. The Marines did a really good job focus firing the one fade, took it out. Had they split their fire between Carnage and Havoc instead of just concentrating on Havoc, I'm sure both fades would have gotten out. But no, that was good focus fire. Marines took down a fade. That's pretty good. It's not going to be quite enough. They're losing this thing, and also maybe even losing that phase gate. I don't see why they can just phase through, and that's precisely what they do. Actually, they get killed. Oh no, but Carnage is dead. A fade dead. Another fade down. Marines getting, or aliens getting a little cocky with their fade use, or maybe not really good with their fade use, and I think Marines getting really good at focus firing because we have 2 of the 4 fades have been killed. But now they're going through in singles, trying to save the phase gate from the skull. There's actually still a fade here, though. Shades is a fade, and so you don't want to go through in singles. You feel like you have the upper hand when you've killed a fade around your phase gate, and you're like, now let's just phase through and get it. But you don't have the upper hand. We have 2 Marines dead, having gone through in singles through these phase gates, and now they're losing both their phase gates. Crushing blow for the Marines. Probably could have pulled that out had they stuck around and waited until everybody spawned, then phased. But they were in the heat of the moment. They're like, we got to get through and save our phase gate, and that cost them quite a bit. Cost them all their map control. It's going to cost them all their res nodes, I suspect. They've already lost Topo, and now they're going to have to push out the old-fashioned way and deal with fades all the while. Although only 2 fades, right? Because the other ones are dead. Although Sweetie Bot could do something. He's got 58 res saved. Alright, Marines. You lost your phase gates, you lost your map control, but you still have your shotguns, you still got your armor too, you still got phase tech. And it looks like the aliens are giving you a bit of a breather, except for this skulk in your base, killing everything. You gotta quick build this phase gate, I suppose, so they can get back to base. Kosan trying to hold this phase off while they quick build. And, uh-oh, the aliens are going full base assault. They're trying to stop the beacon, but now they should have known this phase gate was being built, and they're gonna bite it. Still a good attack from the aliens. I think getting one of those IPs down is going to be an annoyance for the Marines. They have to rebuild that. Now the aliens, good transition to the other phase gate, except obviously the Marines can just phase, right? No surprise there. Havoc trying to go down in the Blaze of Glory does not manage to kill any of the Marines. So Marines doing a good job defending, but the thing is the aliens know this and they want this. They don't have a problem with the Marines winning all these fights in the base and at the phase gate. They're just trying to keep the Marines penned in and keep the Marines from moving out to the rest of the map, while the aliens cyst up the rest of the map, while the aliens grow their pipeline hive, while the aliens just complete their stranglehold on this map. And that's exactly what their plan is, I'm assuming. And still keeping the Marine res down. Notice the Marines have yet to try and reclaim this. That would have at least forced another alien to go over there and fight, but nope. The Marines just really on the back foot and being forced to defend, pushing out into C12, which is nice, but I think aliens are gonna, oh man, Havoc going down, Carnage trying to battle gorge, probably going down, and Marines just doing it again, setting up their obs, but losing this thing. That's an interesting use of Rusty the Fade to take this out. But, you know, whatever starves the Marines for resources is probably a good idea. It doesn't have to always be a fight. Fluffy, or Milkenstein doing this fun thing where he hangs out up here. Let's watch this for a while, because this is where the action's going to be. Oh, just kidding. The action's over in the neck. Yeah. You run, Fade. My house. Oh, touches the ghost structure, and then he's out of there, and then he's in there again, and everybody's dying. Skulk goes down, actually. Fade's gonna have to get out of there. Where is he going? Oh, he's getting chased pretty well. Gorge is like, oh, I'm still here. And they're welling each other up. So, meanwhile, a bit of fighting over in East Junction. We got a Gorge trying to battle Gorge it up. So, 2 Gorges for the aliens, both trying to hit the Marines. Over in the neck, there's some fighting. And they cleaned it up in the neck, because thanks to the Onos. Sweetie Bot the Onos is here to save the day. And this is probably going to be the end for the Marines. They just don't have any tech versus this. Sweetie Bot's like, forget the power. Forget this C12. I'm just going to come in and I'm going to kill. Yeah! Onos is here, and he's killing everything. Everybody's here. He's being healed up. The Marines are phasing through. They're like, oh, we're dead. That's going to be GG, I suspect. Dead. Now onto the Marine base. Look who's here. It's Mello! Nope, he's dead. Let's go. Who's, we're waiting. What are we waiting for? We're over here. We're evolving the Veil. Upgrade. Maybe cloaking. Meanwhile, what's his name? Shades is trying to do some advanced scouting. This is going to be the hallway that the aliens have to worry about. But there's nobody here. They don't know that. But there's nobody here. Nobody here. Yep, here we go. Whoop, whoop, up. It turns out it's completely empty of Marines. So the Onos is like, oh, time to go. And now they're in the base. They recycled the phase gate because they don't need it. They need every last resource to make their last stand. We got a Gorge in here bio-bombing. The Phage are coming in. The Onos is going in. What are they going for? They're going for the Marines. Phase tech is lost, so I guess the observatory is down. They're going for the Obs too. This is the end, my friend. 4-0 for priori. Nice game. Everything's covered in shit. That's what Biobomb does. Everything's covered in bio. Boom, GG. Bye now.